Hi Aquarius, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com, and this is your monthly forecast for September 2012. Aquarians, we start the month with a lovely transit. We have Sun and Mercury, which is going to be transiting your 8th house. That is the house of transformation. It is the house of psychological issues. It is a house of introspection. It is a house wherein you give a lot of thought to what is happening under the surface. So there seems to be a lot of action that seems to be happening around you, and it seems that starting or rather end of last month saw you be in a not a very happy place at your work. You are in a very intuitive and on a very heightened conscious space as well. So you will be reading a lot of the undercurrents that are around you, Aquarians. A lot of stuff will not be told to you, but you will just have a very strong sense on what is not meeting the eye, and that is what I think will also make you mad, which I think is it's quite interesting, because even though you are not being told the truth, you will know that what really the truth is. So I would say that listen to your intuition this month, listen to your gut. In any case, you're not somebody who, despite your eccentricities and your at times your vagueness, you're not somebody who tolerates people who play games, or people who tend not to come out with the actual story at the first go. There's just a sort of sense of impatience and a frustration when you're dealing with such people, and you have been, I think, doing it since the last month, end of last month or so. But starting this month, I think you are going to be sitting in also thinking about as to why and how is it that you're letting certain things affect you so much, and there is just going to be a sense of wanting to transform, to change, and that is what the universe also is asking of you, Aquarians. I think it's a great time to be letting go of old thought patterns, how it is that you see yourself, how it is that you see your workplace, your colleagues, your friends. The universe is asking you that the change has to start from you, Aquarians. It doesn't have to, you don't need to have a perfect environment around you, but you just need to be, you need to be the change this month. So go for it, Aquarians. I think it will be some good fun. First week, there could be some amount of a miscommunication at your workplace. You may feel that either you're not being heard properly, or the ideas that you're putting forth are not being accepted too well, or some sort of an I would say a resistance, or a lack of clarity could be there, which you will sense while dealing with others at your workplace. And this is very temporary. It's just there for a week, 10 days, so don't worry too much about it. However, do make an effort to clarify yourself. Do make an effort to sort of clear the air. Don't live in an assumption, Aquarians, and don't sort of float through it thinking that, oh, I'm sure either it will sort out on its own, or maybe everybody's out to get you. So try not to move on both assumptions. Make an effort to clarify, make an effort to put things right in a nice and a gentle way. Very important. We also have a lovely Venus transit that is going to be there in your 7th house. Yes, that's right. It's there in your 7th house, and this happens from 2nd week of September, from 7th onwards. So I think it's a brilliant time. 7th house is the house of partnerships, committed partnerships, not just in your personal relationships, but also at work. And Venus being there, she's the goddess of love, beauty, sex, and money. And she's very happy being there in the sector of partnerships. So you are going to be having, I would say, a lot of conversations, a lot of intimate conversations with your partner, your spouse. And there seems to be a lot of discussions and happy discussions. These are not sad discussions. I think there is also another level of deepening the existing bond that is there. You're also going to be spending a lot of time with your friends. I think your friends, few friends will work as siblings. I think when certain friendships become as close to as being like family, that they turn into, and I think it is quite it holds true for a lot of us. Certain friendships are as dear, or maybe at times excuse me, even better than the ones that we may share with our siblings. I hope my sibling forgives me for saying this, but yes, it's true. It is possible. So this month you will be enjoying friendships, very very dear friendships, and you will be getting some advice. Some maybe home truths will be told to you by your friends, and at your workplace as well. You will find that the business relationships will better. The partnerships are going to be better. There is going to be the sense of friction that had been there for the last couple of weeks will sort of ease out. And I think this also has to do with how it is that you are behaving, the image that you're projecting. You're more lighter, you're more you're not so wound up, and you're not so, I wouldn't say demanding, but things generally seem to be more flexible around you. They seem to be more fluid. So that's a good thing. This is also a time where you're going to be attracting, for those of you who are single, potential partners. It's a great time for love. I think for those of you who are seeing each other, may decide to get married or engaged, or turn your relationship into a more committed, conventionally committed form. And for those of you who are single, could be drawing some very interesting people to yourself. It could be it could be somebody who's very quite unconventional. It could be somebody who's quite eccentric and eclectic, and you like that about that person. I think a lot of you also have been tired of the mundaneness of your work, and have been wanting a change, not just at your workplace, but also I think in your personal relationships. And this again, I'm specifying, is for those of you who are single and are looking out for love, or have been looking out for love. You are quite open now to be experiencing people who are quite different from you, and not just keep sort of looking at a conventional partner. So it's going to be exciting. You may just find somebody at a theater workshop, or at a somewhere, maybe a music concert, somewhere where you may go. So it's going to be nice, and it's going to be fun. There are also some amount of unpredictable situations, circumstances that are indicated towards the end of the month. You may find yourself all of a sudden in a situation which you had not sort of planned, or had not decided upon, and it is all good, nothing bad. You like it. If anything, I think of the signs, I think Aquarians quite love a good surprise. So I think that should make you happy. So you could be hearing something which will make you happy. It could also it also speaks of working in a very unconventional environment, or an atmosphere, or maybe you could also be dealing with ideas which are quite unconventional. You could also be exploring things which have not been tried and tested out earlier. And it's quite an exciting time, Aquarians. I think it will be well received. And from the 16th, we have Mercury that is going to be coming into your sign, and Mercury is going to be giving you its entire support as far as communication is concerned, giving you clarity of thought, being able to put forward your ideas, presentations, views in a very clearly, in a clear and a concise way. You will also be happy chatting a lot. That also means a lot of conversations happening, exchange of ideas, meeting up with friends, a lot of talk. So good. That's a good thing. We also have something. Yes, some of you could also be thinking of buying another car or a bike. It speaks of some amount of a transport. Some of you might actually take a domestic travel, not really a long distance travel, but you may just be traveling short distance, and it's good. It is something that will make you happy. So overall, a great month for you, Aquarians. I would say a great month for transformation. Let go of things that are serving no purpose to you. Let go of old thoughts, behaviors, patterns, assumptions, which are just an added necessity, a baggage sitting in your mind. Just let go of it, and you'll find that your relationships, not only at your personal space but also workplace, will just flower. So have a good September. I'll see you again in October, and thank you so much for watching.